Hi, how's it going? My name is Brennan Rooker. I am from Olive Branch, Mississippi, and I am currently enrolled at Mississippi College School of Nursing. I decided to wear some of my scrubs just to show that I wasn't faking it. I am applying for the Sandra Cooper Nursing Scholarship, and so I will just get right into it. So, what does it mean to me to be a great nurse? Um, this is actually still my first semester of nursing school, so I'm still learning a lot about it. But so far, to me, what makes a great nurse is putting the patients before yourselves. I mean, not even just looking at them as clients, but remembering that they're people. And I mean, luckily, Mississippi College is a good Christian school, and so they're teaching us, Christian care. It's more than just, taking care of them physically, it's taking care of them spiritually as well. And so I think that a good, well rounded nurse is somebody who is very knowledgeable, not just with, human anatomy and like pharmacology and, healthcare stuff, but also with people, like good psychological stuff. They know a lot about ethics. Somebody who is just very people oriented and know why they're there. They don't mind, being in personal space. They don't mind working long hours. They are somebody who is there for the greater benefit of somebody else instead of just themselves. Why did I pursue a career in nursing? Honestly, I never really had intentions of being a nurse. It was always sort of a backup for me just because I originally started my college career as a biology major. And I did that for about 3 years. And the more I went with it, I found out that maybe nursing was a little bit better suited for me. And I think it was just God's way of kind of leading me here just because a bunch of unfortunate stuff happened with my schooling. And I feel really confident that this is where it's supposed to be just because of how hectic everything's been and it still has worked out. And so I'm pretty happy with where I am right now. I think it's really interesting so far. And then let me see, what have I learned about myself through nursing? Like I said, this is still my first semester, so I've still got a lot to go. But from what I've learned so far, is it did not creep me out as much as I thought it would. Like I know that everybody I talked to about nursing has said like, well, it's pretty gross, and there's going to be a lot of stuff you're uncomfortable with. And so far, it doesn't bother me as much as I thought it would. And so that was a pretty pleasant change. And so I also have a younger brother who's pursuing nursing, and I'm also trying to not give him the same stigma that's around nursing that other people had given me. And so I've learned that personal space doesn't bother me as much. Dirty patients don't bother me as much. Like some of the smells, like when I had to do my long term home, like nursing home clinical rotations, that wasn't as bad as I thought it would be. It was actually pretty interesting and rewarding and very cool to get to interact with people and just to see, how happy it made them just to have somebody there to talk to and stuff like that. And let me see, how do I plan to make an impact as a nurse? Um, Honestly, I think the best way for me that I could make an impact would be just to, exhibit some of the traits that a great nurse has. My plans for nursing after I get out of school is I'd like to try to do like a CRNA or a nurse anesthetist. I'd also like to try to do travel nursing for a while just to, gain a lot of different experience in a lot of different places. And I mean, I'd love to make my work about the patients and everything like that. And then the last one is, why is it important to care for others? As I had stated earlier, I've learned more about like the Christian caring instead of just regular caring, and so especially like in the hospital rotations and my nursing home rotations, I've learned that people it makes a big difference when you take the time to listen to people or you talk to people, and it shows that like if I wasn't there to do those things for them, then they wouldn't get done. And it helps me to put myself in their position, just to say like if a patient had thrown up on themselves, it helps me to feel like, well, if I had done that, it would be really nice if somebody were to help me out. And so I think it's very important to care for others, especially those who can't care for themselves. And um, I really look forward to seeing what else nursing school and nursing as a profession has in store. So thank you so much for your consideration and have a good one.